Hello, all you late night partiers. What's going on? Well, Catherine, if I knew what I was painting, that'd be a good thing, but I don't even know yet. I picked those colors, but we'll see what we come up with here in a minute. Hello, everybody. If I've missed your comments already, we'll get back to you. Or you can say hi again. It never hurts to say hello twice that I know of. We'll get on to you. Hey, David. Now, I am behind. We've been out working and we just got in. Sorry for being late. I don't even have anything on my canvas yet, so we'll have to do that even. So it's a mess. Other than that, everything's good here. Hope everybody's good out there. Squeaky chair is here, yes. Squeaky chair is here. And got liquid white on me already. I'm gonna get me some liquid white and start putting it on my canvas. If you want to paint along and are painting along, go ahead and do that too. Or you're probably smart enough to do it already, have it on your canvas and be ready to go. Let's see here. And brush. Oh, didn't stir it up. Alright. Let's see what we got here. I don't know what I'm painting. I think I want to do a mountain. I haven't done a big old mountain in a while. Let me focus on a mountain. Well, we'll just do a definite Bob Ross. It'll be a mountain and trees and a sky. We'll do three things maybe. And a UFO. Who knows? And a portrait of Squeaky Chair. Who knows? Something like that. Every Facebook comment needs a friend. It sure does. Wow, Jennifer, you're still awake. Well, I'll put you right to sleep. I'm good at that. I'm gonna give me some liquid white out here. Try not to put too much of that on there. I did that last one, and I don't know what. Oh, it's runny. I don't know how I did that so bad last time. But it's still wet. That pain is. I need to give that away. I just don't have the capability to do two things at once. I'm not that talented. I will do that though. Alright, I'm just putting the liquid white on here. Very boring step. Step away, get you a drink or nice cold iced tea and see how you can get that really runny. I didn't stir it well enough. It splashed all over my hand. Let's wipe that off. This may be one of those blooper reel nights. One of those nights I wish I hadn't turned on the camera. You have audio, you can actually hear me. Alright, good. Good. Alright, a little bit more right there. Ooh, that's chunky. We're just going all different ways right now. How is everybody out in internet land doing? Everybody hope you're doing well and you're having fun doing nothing or doing stuff and having fun doing stuff. I don't know. Just being you. Hope you're just having fun being you. Alright. I think I got enough on there. We'll make sure we don't have too much like we did have before that last one. So always do the fingerprint test, and then we're good there. Good and good, yeah. So I can still see the ridges in my fingerprint. It's not filling in the ridges. If your paint's actually, if you can't see the lines and things now on your fingerprint, it's just like white paint. You got way too much. So take I'll show you. I'm gonna be a little more cautious myself. You can take a paper towel and put it up here and go across it like this. You can take a paper towel and dry that liquid white out on your paper towel. This is kind of how Nick Hankins taught us how to do it when I take classes with him. I think that's the way Nick still does it. So you can just do that all over and it keeps you out of trouble. Because remember, you don't need a lot of this. You don't need it to be like dripping down the canvas or anything. Yeah, that feels better. That feels better. Not over me, but that's okay. I don't even have paint out, guys. Hey, Mickey. Alexander brushes, yeah. Well, Bill was a good one too. Definitely. Alright. So now I gotta figure out what paint's on. Well, I know I want some crimson. We may go ahead and start painting, then I get the rest of them out. I want some crimson. I know what color I'm going to use, I don't know what I'm going to paint. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start painting. Then I'll put the rest of them out. That way we don't get too far behind. Nobody likes to be too far behind. Alright. Now give me some crimson. I'm going to get crazy on y'all. And I'm going to make a bit of paint on there. And I am going to put crimson, little X strokes, pretty much all over this canvas. We're going to use crimson, we're going to make a lavender, go with this, so really you can just put as much of this as you want and make it as bright as you want. So, and it's going all over. Normally we'd put water in, doing it like this. This isn't water, so I'm not going to have any water in this one. So I'm just going to keep doing those little X strokes. Essentially that's all it is, there and there. But I don't ever take my brush off the canvas. I see this a lot in class. You go here, you go here. If I bounce around, I pretty much keep that brush moving and move that paint around. Now I want to get that darker, but let's get a little more here. The more times you move that brush around off the canvas, the more likely you are not to like it. So I just keep it going. Let off the pressure a little bit sometimes. You get darker and light spots. You get darker spots and light spots. And that's what you're looking for. A little more natural looking stuff. Down here it's going to be a misty area, I think. I'm not pulling a bob on you. I don't really know what exactly I'm going to paint. Besides I'm going to do a mountain. But what's the sky going to look like? Well, it's going to have crimson in it because we got crimson now. Doesn't have to be filled in completely. Very loose, very free. We don't care. We don't care. Dad's on here, Mom's on here. I tell you folks, it's Friday night. You should be out partying somewhere. Maybe not, I guess. We're being good people. Staying in. Now I want to make this a little darker here. And just move a little bit in here. We got a big mountain there, you don't need too much paint there anyway. Down here probably don't need a ton, but it's not water. Again, I'm not thinking that's water. That's why I'm not doing that. I don't want people to get onto me for the leg strokes for water. I don't ever do that. But I'm not thinking water. Okay, that's good for crimson. It'll look really light to you guys probably, but it's dark enough, I think. Well, I'm looking on the screen. That's dark enough. So y'all can see it a little better. Like that. Put a little bit up in the sky at least. Just paint around. There. That'll be fine. Let's go to some phthalo blue now. But not straight phthalo blue. I'm going to mix it to a lavender color. So I'm going to take the blue and I'm going to take the crimson and we'll make us a nice pretty lavender. And Squeaky Chair says hello. So I'm going to find a knife. Now I'm going to take some of the phthalo blue and some of the crimson. A little bit more of the crimson than the blue. Or if you want more blue in yours, put more blue. Almost making a grapish color. Oh, lavender. That's kind of grapey to me. Like a knee-high grape. Alright. Let's go here and I'm going to throw some dark up in here in some spots. And just kind of fill this down a little bit here. Make some cloudy shapes. There we go. We'll need to blend this a little bit. I don't want to lose all the crimson. I want a little bit of dark up in here too. This is not the cloud, this is just some color in the sky. Something like that. I'm just really loose with this right now. I'm just kind of swirling it in, honestly. A little bit more. Maybe a little more crimson in here too. I'm just mixing straight on the brush. Just mixing those colors straight on the brush and see what happens here. Ooh, that good dark. Yeah, this is a little crazy since I don't know where I'm going. Purple and we'll call it grape and crimson. Let's leave it like that. Very stormy looking. We're going to blend it, of course, but that's good enough for the painting. Let's start down here. Start down here at the lighter color. And work our way up, blending a little bit. And I'm not really pressing that hard. And if you need to, you can back off that brush and hold it by the handle so you can't really put a lot of pressure. I usually hold mine about right there, and I just kind of know that I need to get off that brush a little bit at times. Let's see what that looks like. Blend it down a little bit. Might want to put a little bit more. There. Just kind of go across down here. If you wanted to throw a little bit down here, you could. Different places. It's just mainly, I think the mountain's going to be fairly large, and this will just be some mist down here that'll be a little pinkish. Tinted pink. Alright, maybe a little bit more. I missed some comments over there. Wine color. Yeah, maybe a wine color. Yeah, look in here. There we go. We're also going to put some clouds in here. These are not clouds. This is just the color. Just knock that down again until I like it. Again, you could leave it very loose, or you can blend it a little bit. Blend that a little bit more, like that. There, okay. I'll have 82 brushes dirty by the time we're done. I am going to need to find some white. I don't know that I have any here. Out. And I probably we'll need like black or mountain mix if you got a tube of that. Black or mountain mix, either one. Whichever one you want to use. That's what we'll use. Alright. Let's make some little clouds. I'm loading up the fan brush. One of these days, guys, I'll hold my palette. It won't be as lazy, but I just don't like holding it. I'll show you what I'm doing. Actually, I got a camera set up that I'm working on to have a palette view. It's not a very exciting thing over here that's going on at all. Alright, so I got a good bit of paint on there. Sometimes your white may be a little thicker than you need it, and you can add a little bit of titanium white, liquid white into the titanium if it doesn't want to work for you. Now I want these clouds to be very loose and free, so what I'm going to really do is just kind of move. It's almost like what we did the last time. Just something right here. See that? I'm just kind of twirling that brush and making a cloudy shape. I need to get me a paper towel and wipe some of the color back off that I picked up. Kind of wipe that off a little bit. Back into some titanium white if I wanted to brighten some of these areas up. I might want the clouds to kind of go like that. I don't know. I don't know where the clouds are going. One thing Bob taught us is that clouds are one of the freest things in nature, and I honestly, it's probably the most true thing he said. So I'm just smushing that color in a little bit, really. Before I forget, better blend, right? I'm gonna blend, just kind of get on the back edge. I don't want to touch the tops yet. And I'm really doing this. And you can probably see it here, down here where it doesn't matter. Pretty much that. So I've got the brush a little bit kicked up, kind of there at an angle. And just making little swirls, but I'm really doing it fast. So it looks like I'm really going at it, but I'm not. Some fun little white clouds there, mixing in with the purple and the crimson. Yeah, that's okay. Good thing is I'm not tired, so we got all night. We can make clouds all night if we want to. You guys might get tired. You might get tired of listening to me ramble on about clouds and mountains and trees and who knows. Who knows what I'm going to talk about. It really just, I want some really loose shapes in there, so. That's another little, Bob did some clouds like this, maybe one episode, maybe two, I know one for sure, where he just kind of twirls the brush instead of doing the normal little circles that we're used to seeing him do. Get rid of that, knock it down a little bit. It doesn't matter if you go clockwise or counterclockwise, it's up to you. And that's your world. There. Big old cloud there. Oh, we don't want it to feel lonely. We don't want to feel lonely, so maybe there's something up here. I think it just kind of goes off the canvas. We don't know. Something like that. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments. I need to stop a minute and do that, don't I? You can yell at me if you want. Yeah, it was a little darker. Now, you can do this. You can take that brush and just, two hairs and some air, just kind of fluff them up. And it's really, almost like you're going in a circle on that canvas. So you're really not hitting it hard. And then kind of just set those back down, because you'll pull those little hangy-ups on the clouds. You might not like those. You can also leave them kind of chunky. Sometimes they look better chunky. Chunky cloud is okay. Chunky Bram is not a good thing. I think we'll just call that good for a stormy or looking night sky, sunset, whatever. All right. Hey, Matt. How are you? Just, again, make this yours. Let it be yours. One thing I don't like on this one is that I don't want that bring that one forward just a little bit. I probably blended it too much. You can go back over these clouds. You don't want to tinker with them too long. They will get muddy on you. So I want to put a little bit of a brighter highlight here. Just on that one. Let it change the shape at any time and make it something else if we want to. Alright. A blending brush. I do want to blend it just a touch. I'm not going to fluff the top of this one. I want to stay pretty bright. Or at least as bright as it is right now. There. Okay. Just blend that a little bit more over there. There we go. Okay. Alright, we'll leave that. We'll let that be. Alright, so I'm going to use a mixture of what we used for the dark color in the sky. Same thing for the mountain base. It'll mix me up a little more of it because I didn't have enough made up. So that's crimson and blue. You can leave it to the crimson side, you can leave it to the blue side. That's up to you. I'm going to keep mine to the purplish side, so a little more red in it. We'll cut me off a roll of paint. I want a big, strong mountain tonight. Where do we want this guy? We're going to start here. We're going to take up the whole canvas by the time we're done. Just push that paint into the canvas and move it around. My paint's a little wet, so I'm moving real easy tonight. There. Oh, there's another big old skyscraper of a, I'll let that be a little, I don't know, we'll do something over here. A little cliff or something. How many peaks do you want in a mountain, really? As many as you want, how many you get. Kind of come down. Pulling some of that paint down, not really adding paint to it. this. So I'm gonna make another peak actually. Let the main peak be a little taller and now it be over here a little bit. There we go. Odd. A little different. A little different. Remember Bob said we can move mountains, so move them. Don't like the shape, don't leave it. Don't leave the shape if you don't like it. And maybe there's another little something over here. Who knows? Gets a little smaller as we go this way. I guess. I'm no expert on mountains. We'll say that's good enough for now. So we know that that's got to come off. So once you get your shape in there that you like, try to stay that nice top edge and get in there and scrape. You can hear my knife just scraping on that mountain. And at any point you go outside that, take a little bit of that paint and just clean it back up. It won't hurt anything. My goodness. Get that paint off there as best you can. And stop. Let's look at the comments. He was sitting by a campfire. Well, Chip, you shouldn't have ran in for me. Goodness gracious. That sounds like more fun than what we're doing here. Get back out there to that campfire. Alright. I want to let this kind of come down rather low tonight. Pull this out. Pull it to that side. Pull it down and kind of feather it out. Okay? This side, we'll just pull this one this way. Okay? Again, I want this area down here to be really misty. Kind of put that brush in there and kind of go like that. Let's see here. Pull that one that way. A little bit. We got some little peaks in here that we need to kind of take care of. They're in there. This is the part where, oh, I went outside my line. Whatever will I do? Normally, honestly, if I'm painting by myself, I just leave it. But to show you guys that you don't have to worry if you mess up your knife line. You grab a little paint, or usually you got enough on the canvas, and just kind of clean it back up a little bit. It won't hurt anything. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. I think that one peaks better in. Here and just kind of I'm pulling a good bit. See how low we are on the canvas already? That big strong peak right there. You just kind of missed it out, leaving some of that pink and purple showing down there. Okay. And well, maybe we'll go ahead and pull that one in front of that one. Who knows? I know the big peak lives over here. Try a different mountain layout tonight. A little shadow behind you. And that's good enough for right now. Big old mountain. Big mountain. Campfire sounds good to me, for sure. Hey, Roxanne. How are you? I've got some white, and this is an evening type painting, it looks like to me, so I think I would have a good bit of that sky color in my white. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't want it pure white. I'm picking up little pieces of color here and throwing in of the purple. Maybe even a little red in there too. That plays off both colors. Get up here and let's see if this will work. Oh yeah. Yeah. A little grayish color. Y'all see that? Just kind of let that knife float down the mountain. Yeah, a little more right there. Oh boy, we've got a lot of red now. We will need a little bit of the shadow color. So I'm going to take some of the dark purple and put very little white in it. So to change it a little bit, it needs to be different than that. Let's see if this will work. Well, we need a little shadow. Maybe it could be a ton of dark. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's dark enough to where it's different than the base color. That's really the important thing there. You're trying to figure out if it's right. It's right if you like it, but it's also right if you can see it. If the contrast looks okay. A little bit there, a little dark. And we gotta make that one peak. Paint's a little runny. Get a little runny paint, you gotta get off that knife even more, or you will not get these breaks. And put a bit in here. Maybe this one just creeps over there a little bit. Who knows? Let's grab a little shadow color. Go ahead and throw it in here. Pull the shadow back to the opposite side. Ooh, too much of it, didn't I? That'll work, I think. I won't say it's looking good yet. It looks a mess to me. Bit there. Really, the paint's really loose on it. But we'll make it work. Maybe it joins up right there. I don't know. Peak there that comes out. Zoom that out like that. A little bit back here. A bit of shadow. A bit of shadow. I'm about running out of color again, guys. I'll have to get more paint out. Leave it to me. Me and Squeaky Chair weren't very prepared. Down here. More paint. Some white. And some crimson probably I need. Maybe even some blue. Take a little break. Take a little break. A little more of that color. I was saying my paint was loose. I just figured out why. I had liquid white in it. I forgot. Let that kind of just come over there. A little bit more like that. Let's start up here. Let's just change the angle on that a little bit. I'm looking at there. Let that knife float. When you run out of paint, load some more up. Maybe this kind of, that kind of joins up with that. Our billy goats here can walk across these two planes. Mountain goats. The sheer mountain for sure. Here. And we need more here, don't we? Go off over there. But using no pressure, you won't really smush it together too much. You don't want to smush your paint and get it all nasty and mixed together too well, and you just can't see any details and things. Go back and put a couple of highlights here and there. Maybe it needs a little bit brighter right there, I think. Yeah, it's a little too dark. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion, guys. My opinion doesn't matter though. Let this all kind of go down to a bowl almost. I do need some more paint. Gotta make up a little bit more of the purple or grape, we're calling it. Not really. So a little crimson, a little blue, a little pale blue. And I have a mess tonight with it's okay if you have a mess on your palette if you've got every color out. It's not okay when you make a mess and you've only used 3 colors so far. Then you've got problems, you've got issues. You need to get those checked out. Get me up a little bit of that color, and that color was crimson and blue. And more crimson than blue is what I'm using. Down to that grapish color. Doesn't have to match perfectly every time. There we go. Put it in there. Down a little bit. Find some other shadow spots that we might like. Ooh, that's bright. I mean, that's dark. Hold on. A little more white in there. I'm gonna raise this peak up off the mountain here. Something like that, and then go back with some highlight color. And just kind of bring that mountain, that peak now looks like it's raised up off the canvas. I hope that's what it looks like at least. That's what I'm going for. What I go for and what I paint's not always the same thing. This is looking too much like a pork chop, so let's get rid of it. A little more paint there, there we go. That's less pork choppy. No pork chops for me. Better put some shadow back here, shouldn't I? Oh, pulled a little white over too. That's okay. Oh, maybe not. Better darken that up too. There we go. A little bit of light spilling over is okay. A little bit of light spilling over is fine. Too much we don't want. Taking the little edge of the knife and just pulling a little bit of shadow behind these little guys right here. Now these right here I'm not worried about. You wouldn't see that anyway. Maybe a little bit more dark in here. Just a little bit. You always need a lot more highlight than you do on shadows on a mountain. Where else might we need something? Yeah. A little bit of a shadow there. Maybe there's a little bit of color in there. Maybe right here. I think right there. I'm doing it. I'm messing it up here. Oh Lord. Well, I can't get enough paint out tonight. I can't keep putting more out. Somebody's coming here and taking my paint. At least that's what I think. There we go. A little bit more right here, I think. There. it showing. We'll cover up some of it. Like I said, I don't have a clue what I'm painting. We know it's a mountain. Don't know how the mountain's shaped, so until we're done with it. Right there. Right there. Maybe we'll take a little bit of our color here. A little bit dark in here too. Doing it a little differently over there. Kind of pulling a little bit of color in. Cliffy to me there, it seems. Cliffier and cliffier. Like that. I want to hear those a little more. Shadow. I got a plan for that peak. If I have enough paint. I think I do. I want this one to come on out a little bit further down. There. Something like that. Tie that in a little better. There we go. Okay. Well, that's a big mountain. Picking up the whole canvas. I better quit tinkering with it. Alright, I'm just going to tap this. Just going to tap it. And then I'm going to pick it up. I might tap up in here even tonight. Misty. I may tap here even. That's misting it out. You know, I want this mountain to be the big strong mountain here tonight. Not going to be a little one. Maybe a little bit of tapping over here. Shadow color. Who knows? I don't know. Can blend it out down here actually. Looks like I'm really running at it, but I'm really using no pressure at all. Just blend it out. Bring it down a little bit there. Into the mist. Alright, big strong mountain, big canvas. Picking up the whole canvas. Now I'll find my brush I had used, it's got some dark on it. I'm just going to tap around my palette. Pick up different colors. I'm not getting any blue. I'm not getting the blues. But I want to have some little, this brush may be a little hard for that one. Let's try this one. More paint, need more paint. Little foothills or something. Little trees, tree line there. And then just tap them in here. Right at the base. Need more paint, guys. Mix it on my brush. Push those bristles up into the paint. There we go. There we go. Putting these little things in here for a little interest at the base of that mountain. As big as this mountain is, it might be Everest. We just don't know. Doesn't look like Everest. Something. Almost. You ever painted something you didn't like it? Tap a little bit. There. up if you want. I don't know if you can see the trees all that far off, but if you want to, you can do that. Pop them up just barely. Pop them straight up a little bit. Okay, don't go crazy and pull them to the side, because then they'll look like a hurricane came through there on us. Trying to decide what I want to do here. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more paint out. I know that. Let's get a bunch of paint out since I keep running out, right? Mountain horn. Oh, everybody needs to practice mountain horn, myself included, so don't worry about that. It's all about practice, all of it is. Now what I always tell people is some of you guys will get it after 10 times. You'll be wonderful painters after 10 times trying this out. Some people may take 1,000 times before they get a painting that looks nice to them. And that's okay. It's okay as long as you like that you're going on that journey. If you don't like it, then you may want to find something else to do. If you're having fun, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. I'm going to bring a little darker foothill in here. Maybe a little bigger even. A little darker one here. Kind of go over here. Throw the other ones back a little bit. And to get those little round shapes, just kind of turn the brush at a different angle. Let that brush work for you. More now. Put some big trees on here in a minute. Oh boy, and another one. That's that straight grape color. What it is now. Straight grape. We'll call it. Dark. Half of that canvas and let the paint go down there. Alright. So now I can pop these up probably a little bit. Don't pull them too high. Sometimes I have a problem with that. Pull them way too high than they need to be. Just trying to give the illusion that there are little trees back there. And leave enough separation right here. Look here, guys, so you can learn. Especially if you're painting along, there's not enough separation right there to really see those trees, but we're going to leave it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, I know you guys watch me and you think I can paint. I can't really. But if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. Maybe. I think tonight, I usually paint all my trees on the left, so I'm going to do some trees over here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in a little bit more, but not completely. Well, a little bit of that pink coming through is fine. Purple, we're using 3 colors really tonight. So we're using a bit darker right here. A little foothill or something. That in. Pick it up if I want to. Leaving some misty areas down here. Now I've got to figure out what I want to do here. I think just some trees, man. We just need trees, man. So to stay with that same color scheme we've got going on, the lavenders and the grapes and the grays, I'm going to make up a big pile of paint, red and blue, and keep it kind of purple. Get a little bit more of the red or the blue out. Hey Amy. I am a certified instructor. I've been certified a long time, but we won't get into that story. But I am a Bob Ross certified instructor, yes. There's several of us doing these videos. I think Mickey was on here a minute ago. I didn't say hi to Mickey, I'm sorry. Meant to. I'm forgetful. Mickey's doing one tomorrow, I think. A video. Or a little demo, or whatever we call these. This is not how I teach, by the way. I teach much more slow, and I teach a little more detailed when I teach. These are kind of just like you guys watching me paint, which you can see sometimes gets a little chaotic. And I'm making me up enough paint to paint me a bunch of little trees, maybe 3 or 4, probably 3 or 5, really, if I want to get truthful. 3 or 5 would be better for me. I'll show you where they're going to go. We may even need to do a little trick here in a minute. I'm going to put me some bigger trees right here on this side tonight. Knock that mountain back. I've got my brush loaded up. Just touch, 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 touch. I'm doing down trees. Ooh, that's definitely down. So brush kind of push into the canvas and move down the canvas with it. I've heard Bob talk about little Z trees, or the left, right, kind of army type trees or something. Whatever works for you to help you kind of get that brush moving in the right way. What I did here, so you know, is I pulled a sneaky on you. I got me a little bit of paint thinner on my brush, so that the paint behind it won't ruin my trees from being dark. Now another trick you can do, I think I've showed you guys this before with the mountains. I know that tree's going to be bigger than that mountain right there. There. Get rid of the paint. No point in it being there. We don't like you paint. We don't like you paint. Go away tonight. There. Working back and forth. The closer I get, or the further I get down the tree, the more pressure I apply to the brush. Really, I'm not using the whole brush. It's one corner or the other. You won't believe this. I probably didn't make up enough paint. These big old trees. I might not like the way this looks. You guys are going to be the judge of that. These guys are probably up on some kind of bluff or something, maybe. At least try to make up a story that might make a little bit of sense. Big old tree. Big old tree. I'll just smack some color down here and hide that. There. There we go. I'm going to have 3, I think. 3 trees. Cover up that paint there. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So these guys kind of sit up on a little ledge here, high above those other ones. At least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I like the number 6. Yeah, it's a whopper tree. The number 3 is great. I remember using that when I first started doing these because the number 3 is a little kind of smaller. So if you're trying to make like the little small trees, it's easier to use the little small fan brush. But use whichever one you can drive better, I guess. So once I started figuring trees out, I just stuck with the number 6. I don't even know. I think I have a couple number 3s in the box outside. And to make it more paint, guys, what I was doing there. I'm not good at estimate. Oh, I'll show you my fan brush here. This has become one of my favorite fans, but it broke. That's splintered wood there. So if there's vampires comes in this room right now, I could kill them. It's pretty sharp, right there. We can take care of them tonight. Not that I'm expecting vampires or anything, but it helps to be prepared. There we go. Make that good and dark right there. That's a little cliff or a little rocky place for the tree to grow. See, it's a little darker than even down here. You could, if you're painting along, if you put some black out, you could even put a little bit of black in your purple color and make a little darker color up and use that. Probably show up a little better. There's one tree. Let's darken it up a little bit more. And also now notice that this fan brush has liquid white all over it from somewhere. Yes, it is actually, Jennifer, from my dad. My dad's probably watching. So my name comes from Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, yes. Yeah. And Dad's a little crazy. But, you know, I haven't met many Brams, so kind of a cool name for that. Let's go fill the rest of the canvas in over here. We'll pull out the tree with a little highlight or something if we want to. That way that one tree's not so massive. Put that tree in there. I cheat a lot when I paint. There's a couple big trees. We'll probably do three. Now, what says that the next tree doesn't have to be right next to those two? What if there's a tree right here? I know, crazy, right? I'll reload my brush here. I'm using the paint. Remember, there's lots of golden rules, but another one is you have to have paint to paint. So, if you don't have enough paint, you won't be able to paint. Let's throw that on there pretty quick. Keep it up if we want to. There. There we go. Again, raise that up if we need to. Big trees there. I think that's okay. There we go. And before I forget, probably should take I'll take a little bit of the liquid white. Take just a touch of liquid white and go into some of that purple, light purple color. Just the light color. And add a little bit to your brush. Maybe there's a little highlight on that grass, a couple spots, who knows. At least I think it's grass, I don't know. Not much, because I want that to be dark, so it's darker than there, but maybe there's something showing there. Something like that, that's about enough. Cleaning my brush off. You guys want trunks? Trunks or no trunks? What do we think? Sorry, my head's in on. Down here at my thinner bucket. Clean that brush off. Okay. Alright, how about some trunks with purple and white? Yeah, it's weird. You can see them a little bit. I know that's probably the big one. A little thicker there at the bottom. Maybe. Doesn't have to be. No, there's no rules. Bet you can't guess what highlight color I'm going to use. A little bit of purple. And white. Lighten it up. It's got to be lighter than the tree base. I grab a little liquid white, even brighten it up a little bit. There we go. I just mix it in on my brush over here. Nothing happening really. Not missing much. That'll work. since this is a probably a sunset or something, we'll just barely put any highlights on these guys. There. Just something. A little something. And we'll go here and just touch. I guess the lights over here. I don't know. A little bit of something there. I better put something on this guy too. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm sorry I was late. Try not to be late next time. I don't like being late. A little bit down here, maybe. I don't like that. There. What else does that thing need? Anything? Probably. A couple of stick trees or something. Maybe. Watch this. Let's see if this will work. I got a script liner. I think I need white. I'm trying to use up my purple. Some little trees or something there. You can't even see them. White out. Let's try that. Try to sneak one in here. Guess what? It doesn't matter. They're there. There's some little things there. I think when I got a little pad on my brush, I'm going to sign it real quick. Right here. Probably this one will probably go in the garbage. But we'll put a signature on it. And I think that's good enough, guys. Big old mountain, huge mountain. Purples and crimson, gray. Really not white on the mountain. It's kind of a gray. I hope you guys can see that. Hey Sherry, I didn't see you. Sorry, I'm bad to not like the comments every so often. Make that kick me about that. Nothing really, guys. Nothing fancy. Nothing. Again, it's just I wanted to play with the different colors more than anything. I think we've all seen me paint mountains, so I had no clue. I didn't want water. I had no clue what I wanted down here. I think that works okay. Not great. And I know I wanted a couple of trees. Super simple layout. If you want to try it, try it. Change it up. Mess around with it. Have fun with it. Have fun with painting, I guess. Alright guys, I'll try to do this again down the road here, maybe sometime middle of the week. And I will be more prepared and have the paint out and be on time a little earlier. But thank you for spending your Friday night with me. Now, go do something fun. You know, go rent a movie or something. Go get a bowl of ice cream. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Alright guys, everybody stay safe, sane, and be good to each other, okay? I'll see you down the road.